question. This is going to be quite a long question, but basically, I saw a clip of SNEAKO, the streamer. He was basically talking online about how you guys have become so famous now that you're no longer celebrities, you're no longer public figures. You've now moved into almost like a political figure, is the way you've moved into. So
yes.
You can't kill the Pope without making noise. You can't kill a president without making noise. I feel like, even though you guys are at danger in a sense, do you feel like that you're too big now? You almost like moved into this. It's almost made you safer as you grow and you get bigger. It almost puts you in a safer place. It's almost like you're untouchable.
Well, yes. And to give you a perfect example, if you take some, like you're a successful young man. You are. Now that the weapon has been used on me, it probably wouldn't work as well. But let's say instead of me, they said, all the team of the CEO Cast podcast are kidnappers who human traffic people, and they could probably shut you down.
Yeah, for sure.
They could have shut you down, and they could have made you lose relevance. I think the it's called saint status of me and Andrew, where killing them only makes them martyrs, is very clear in the way that the attack has not worked on me. Canceling me, calling me a criminal. The fact that it's made me bigger and louder is an adage to the old saying. Have you ever heard the saying, when you cut out a man's tongue, you're not proving him wrong, you're only showing the world that you fear what he has to say. Have you ever heard that?
Yep.
I feel like me and Andrew are now at that point.
That point, yeah.
So they could call me whatever they like. If you don't provide hard evidence and show people that I am these things, it's not going to work, and it's just going to further galvanize my fan base. So, yeah, I do believe that we are at that point. I do believe that SNEAKO was correct in that observation, because just look at how this attack has played out. Am I less famous? Am I poorer? What negative effect has this had on me? Loads in my personal life. But in terms of my message and who's listening to me, how many of my fans have said, well, better stop listening to him. He obviously kidnaps people. Why would a man with my net worth and the fact that obviously lots of women adore me, why would I kidnap anyone ever?
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense. Now Vince McMahon, the owner of the WWE, he's a human trafficker now, allegedly. I mean, he's worth $2.9 billion, has no problem getting women, is in great shape for his age. Yeah, he was making extra money selling his employees' pussy on the side. Like, do I really believe that? Really? The answer is no.
No.
Because then again, he's too big to shut up as well. He revolutionized sports entertainment. Every single one of us grew up watching his shows and his productions. We know all of his wrestlers. Back in my days, it was The Rock and Chris Benoit with the big rivalry, but it changes throughout the years.
Yeah, I grew up with Shawn Michaels, John Cena, that sort of era.
Exactly, and the people older than me grew up with the Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant, etc. And this was all Vince McMahon.
Yep.
So do I believe after doing all of that, he also human trafficked somebody? I don't believe it. And I will put that out in public right now. I've never met Vince. I don't know him. I don't believe it. Russell Brand. Do I believe that now that he's talking out against the war in Ukraine, America's funding for Israel, the COVID virus and the response to the alleged pandemic, do I believe that after saying these things, suddenly it's now time for people he raped 15 years ago to come forward because they just got so brave? Or do I believe it's an attack? I believe it's an attack, and I do not believe Russell Brand is a criminal. And yeah, I guess in that way, me and Andrew are very well positioned because our fans see through it. And I'm not a fan of Vince McMahon or Russell Brand. I respect them both, obviously, for various reasons. But I don't know either of them.
But you don't need to know them to know that they're being attacked.
Well, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Russell Brand was perhaps probably the most famous Englishman ever 12, 13 years ago. Probably the most famous English celebrity. If you were to say England, people were to say Russell Brand. When I was younger, anyway. Yeah. Now he's more of a streamer and a newscaster than he's an actor. But do I believe that a man that popular and that famous and that attractive to women was forcing himself on people? It could be. I don't believe it. Because the timing is off. The timing that now he's saying all the wrong things.
And it's only coming to light now.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, we're in a very good position. We're in a very good position, and I'd like to think none of my fans believe any of the lies they're going to say about me now. And in the future, there'll be more lies. Tristan Tate is a bank robber or a fraudster or a murderer. I don't know what they're going to say. But it's simply not true, whatever you hear about me.
Yeah.
One last question.
Go on.
What number would you say you need to be financially free now, or even just to potentially escape the matrix? So what is that number now?
Yeah. What is the number that escapes the matrix? Yeah.
You don't have to buy a yacht or something like that. You can just constantly run it in your life. But what is the number that's financially free?
That's a very tricky question because it all depends on what financial freedom is. You could make zero money if you had enough to set yourself up properly. Let's say you bought some land in Siberia and built a giant farm, grew your own food, had chickens, had pigs, had cows, had your house, had your wife, had your kids. You have the milk, you have the eggs, you have the
You've got
crops.
all your supplies.
You don't need to earn lots of money
Yeah.
to stay free. So it all depends on what you define as freedom. I define freedom as the ability to do what you want within this capitalist society, so to live very well. I think you need, and it's not about net worth, it's about income. You could be worth $10 million. There are some people worth more money than me and Andrew. There are no doubt people worth $3, $4, $5 billion who have less spending money than me because I have an income. Every month I make a certain amount of money. And I would say every month you need to be making to be able to say what you want, to not fear cancellation, to not fear, I guess, other people. I would say $100,000 a month is a very good amount. $1.2 million a year. If you're netting that, you are free and you're in the top 0.1% of people on the planet. You're making a lot of money. You can live a very happy life and a very quiet life and a very private life, hopefully without being famous, because then you become a target. I think $100,000 a month is an extremely successful person.
Any last questions? Go on.
We came here on Ryanair.
Yeah.
What tips can you give us to get home on a private?
Yeah. So we came here on Ryanair. What's the tips you can give us to go home private?
To go home private? Oh, it's very simple. There's one very easy hack to fly on private jets. So what you do is you call a private jet company, you give them $35,000, and then they'll have a jet waiting for you.
That's the hack right there.
So the answer is there are no shortcuts to anything. There are no shortcuts. Yeah, it's like if you're driving a Toyota, what tips can I give to one day have a Lamborghini?
Yeah.
You go to the Lamborghini dealership, you give them $420,000,
Go buy one,
and they'll give you the car.
Yeah.
Like there's no life hacks. The hack to everything, unfortunately, is hard work, dedication, applying yourself, and that's it. There's literally no shortcuts in this life.
Yes, it.
People think they're going to win the lottery. Someone wins, but basically no one ever wins it. There's no way around it. There's no way out of this system. The way that the financial system is run, who operates it, the way the banks work, the way that everyone's, I guess, in a way educated to stay poor, to stay in their lane. Don't listen to the propaganda. Try to work on yourself. But that's the only way to get these things. It's the only way.
Yeah. Tristan, I appreciate your time coming on the
No
podcast.
problem at all.
Hopefully we'll do a part 2 in the future.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
It has. And where can people find you on socials?
I'm only on X and Rumble. Tate Speech on Rumble.
Are you not on Instagram anymore?
Nope. There are lots of fan accounts on Instagram. There are lots of accounts that people think are me.
Yeah.
I am a principled man. I've been banned. I refuse to make a new page.
Wait, hold on. This account here.
Don't say its name because I don't want to
No,
negatively affect him. But that account with all the millions of followers, no, it's not me.
Is it not?
Nope.
I thought the whole time it was you.
Nope. I have an Instagram profile with one follower and that's it. One follower, one
That's
following.
what I'm looking at.
Yep, that's not me. I don't have Instagram.
Oh, shit. I thought it was you the whole time.
Yep. So you can find me on X at Tate the Talisman.
Yep.
That's where you could find my real opinions. If you contact me there, it is actually me. Anyone else on the internet who messages you, hey, I'm Tristan Tate.
It's not.
Give me money. Give it. Don't. If you fall for those scams, then you're dumber than you deserve to fall for them. And credit to the scammers.
You need to stay in the matrix if that's the case.
But there are obviously thousands of accounts that share my content, that share links to platforms like The Real World. But inside of The Real World, inside of the War Room, people can contact me directly and speak to me there as well.
Sweet as. Tristan, thank you very much for coming on.
It's been a pleasure.
If everyone wants to watch the next one, make sure you subscribe, stay tuned, stay locked in to the emergency meeting over on Rumble with Tristan and Andrew. Peace. Lovely.